Please welcome Anton and Flavia! Hooray! I know. Let's talk Flavia, first of all. The Paso and the Viennese waltz. How do you think they were choreographed this weekend by you?
I think all the professionals did a great job this week. I was really impressed. We're going towards the halfway mark now of the competition. It starts to get really hard. You want to come up with new ideas. And a few managed to keep the routines really simple, which was great, like Ola and Andrew, because we saw like a great improvement in him. So that was brave of Ola. And I think generally they did a great job.
OK, let me ask you, Anton. The top 3 scores were all for Viennese waltzes, and the bottom 3 scores were for Pasos. So does that just mean the Viennese waltz is a much easier dance to choreograph?
Well, to choreograph, maybe, because there are fewer figures. There are technically only 9 different figures in the Viennese waltz. It's the only dance we do in the ballroom Latin American world where we have a limited amount of figures that we can use. But for strictly kind of dancing purposes, we let that go a little bit, and you're allowed to do things like natural pivots, which you're not normally allowed to do, and 1 or 2 other things, as long as they keep within the sense of the dance and in hold, of course. So
let me say the word to you, Fleckle. Because there was much talk of Fleckle. Yeah. Would you show me one? Preferably not on the table.
Yes, of course. Oh, look at this. Aren't I lucky? I get to dance with Flavia. Now, it's a very simple figure. There are only 6 steps in a Fleckle.
OK.
And simple, obviously, it's relative. Now, invariably, or traditionally, we start to the left, in a reverse Fleckle, and it's the man's left foot and the lady's right foot. And if I say the steps out loud, so I, for a man, go in front, side, in front, to the side, behind, to the side.
Right.
And I can repeat that, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I then normally do a contra check, 1, 2, 3, and then I do the same thing going the other way in a natural fashion.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was excellent.
And then off I go into a natural turn.
Hooray!
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh. Well, the first dance we're going to look at had some of those in them, I believe. Let's look at Rachel and Vincent.
Yes.
What did you love about it? Why was it? I thought it was beautifully choreographed with her head on his shoulder.
I like that. Yeah, I like the beginning. I like the way it was a close hold, just romantic, a nice sense about it. The whole thing had a sort of romantic feel about it.
I think he played up to the fact that she's quite shy.
Yes, it was very
how I
clever,
felt,
actually.
because it felt quite small. I mean, Len said he thought it was a bit flat. I don't know whether he was talking about the choreography or the dancing, but this move, so cute.
Well, it's just, he started off with what we call reverse turns and gone in to a contra check, and he's gone contra check the other way, and now he's off into natural turns. It was a lovely beginning, I thought. I thought it was a very nice beginning.
Yep.
Again, it suited their personality as a couple. It suited his lovely partner, Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel has her personality and the way she's feeling at the moment as well, because she's feeling a little bit sort of scared almost, a little bit frightened of the whole thing. And I thought it was lovely. It was very, very sweet. OK,
I'd like to move to John and Christina now. Flavia, talk me through this, because I thought it was brilliant. I mean, everyone laughed at it, but it was brilliant to watch.
It was great. I think Christina did an amazing job on the choreography. Very, very clever. It was so entertaining just to watch it. I think everybody enjoyed it. I mean, he did some amazing things, you know, that you wouldn't expect that he would be able to do.
Walking uphill, for example.
And capable of doing.
Which
So
was nice.
I think choreographically, she's just done a, spot on what he needed.
I thought she did a brilliant job. Would you agree, Anton?
Oh, I do, really, because it's quite marchy, we know, as Craig said. But what she's done, she's incorporated lots of basic figures, lots of traditionally basic figures into the dance, and it made him look good, and he pulled it off well. I enjoyed it, and even with the sort of carpet burns
and
she had
a
at the
mixture of
beginning,
basic figures, but some really flashy ones too, like the end lift.
The illegal manoeuvre, which we won't discuss.
No.
OK, there it is, and you love it. It's
Well,
brilliant.
very good,
It's
I mean,
well
it's a nice
done.
end, the judges have sort of made their minds up by now. It's right at the end. Look at that. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Marvellous.
Fantastic.
Well done, very good, and very well done, John. Didn't drop her.
Brilliant.
OK, let's talk about Austin and Erin's Viennese waltz, which was the highest scoring dance of the night. Rightly so, Anton?
Well, personally, I thought Andrew and Ola should have won the night, because they were the most improved couple on the night. I don't know of I've seen anybody improve as much as I saw Andrew improve
Really?
on Saturday night from what he's done before. It was unrecognisable, immeasurable. So really, you could say that should have been the winner.
This choreography was beautiful.
This was beautiful.
With the
he danced it beautifully.
Yeah.
Look what he's got. He's got the most amazing top line, and they keep the most amazing shape between their.
And also, I think choreographically, the great thing is that when you've got somebody who can dance as well as Austin and has sort of natural ability and talent, you don't have to spend. You know, you can avoid spending a long time doing an intro and an ending and actually show off the dancing.
Go dancing.
Which is what, you know, Erin has done.
It's also it's also a thing for the choreographer to not get carried away, because you get somebody who can do a bit and you can get very excited and do too much. And then you spoil it for them and you don't give them an opportunity to show how good they can be. And I thought Erin did that wonderfully with Austin. He did a good Viennese waltz, did wonderful natural turns, good pivots, and a nice flexible. And I thought he did a marvellous. So Erin did a marvellous job there.
Let's talk Christine and Matthew. It got very mixed comments from the judges. Let's just talk to me about the choreography.
Yeah.
Flavia, how does it look, this move?
It was a good traditional passo. You know, Matthew put lots of traditional steps. Later on in the routine, they do some nice twist turns. Again, a very typical passo figure. Again, arm movements, very characteristic of the passo. So the routine overall was really great, really strong. Maybe not the best suited for Christine, maybe not one that she, you know, won't be her favourite.
Really.
In terms of character.
Exactly, as character. But I think, you know, you had all the steps there to make a good passo routine.
Okay.
A nice style. I like the style that Matt produces through choreography. I think it's well balanced, and I think
because they covered the floor.
Yeah, and very authentic. Lots of, you know, passo steps.
Nice
in there.
shape to it. There's a lovely shape about his dance.
Talking of shapes, let's talk about Sherry and James, because even though she did have that stumble at the beginning, you both said to me that the arms, the lines of the arms were so beautifully choreographed. This is the beginning.
Oh, I felt
that was
for
just
James
a shame.
there. I've had a lot of that in my Strictly Come Dancing career.
Oh, Anton.
But she did an amazing job recovering, I have to say. And I
love
love this side-by-side
and the way
section.
she goes, marvellous. Brilliant. But again, well choreographed. What I liked about I'm sort of more surprised by James every week what he does with Sherry, because the skill about what James is doing with Sherry is he's dancing at a tempo that suits her.
Oh, I see.
And that's
Isn't that interesting?
a wonderfully talented thing to do.
Yeah.
Brilliantly done by James. The choreography he's using is traditional choreography, and it's marvellous and well balanced, the same as we said before, in content, but at a tempo she can cope with. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's not over-choreographed.
Mad. Forget what anybody tells you. Don't go mad. Carry on as you are. Fabulous.
OK.
I'm so jealous. I can't stand.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Flavia and Anton.
Oh!
Now, one couple who managed to impress the judges on Saturday and see their fortuna dramatically change, see what I did there, is Heather and Brian. This is their Saturday night story.